We're reacting to Abby Phillips from CNN getting schooled by a bunch of Republicans. I just want y'all to pay attention to her face. Just pay attention to her facial expression when the guy goes to pull out them receipts. Priceless. Check this out. You already know what it is. It's the interpretation.
Our system is broken.
It's not deflection at all. In fact, I brought receipts. So here's the CMS, the Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services, right here with their press release earlier this year saying they were having to increase their oversight on states like California who were abusing Medicaid, on classifying it as an EUSA, an emergency system, when it wasn't. You've got the average state spends 5% of its Medicaid roughly on emergency services. California, 35 to 40%. Why would that be? Because California passed a state law that says we will fund Medicaid for illegals, and then, oh, by the way, we'll raise our provider taxes, and then, oh, by the way, we'll use that as a match to draw down federal funds. They're using this whole cavitation process.
An accounting trick to put it on the taxpayer.
Money is fungible, and California's loophole is abusing it.
Listen, and I addressed that in the monologue that I just read. But the bigger issue that is at hand here is that come the end of this year, regular Americans, not illegal immigrants, and probably 99% of those people, not immigrants at all, are just going to see their premiums, their deductibles go up.
Which expires when?
So
it expires at the end of the year.
I know, I just said that. At the end
Totally
of this year.
different issue.
Well, yes.
Hold on, it's not a totally different issue because that is the issue that is at hand.
No, there are two issues, two separate issues. One is what to do with the subsidies for the Affordable Care Act. They were emergency increases and now they want to make them permanent. And the other is what to do about people like people with temporary protected status, temporary parolees, people who didn't wait the 5 years to be eligible for Medicaid.
I'm glad that you said that because you also just illustrated another really important part of this. That issue that you just raised about the loophole with blue states is also not at the heart of this issue.
It is. It absolutely is. That's why page 57,
subsidies that are eligible,
repeals the language.
The eligibility for subsidies for people who are here, who are immigrants, who have TPS, who have those other statuses, those are not illegal immigrants.
But Abby,
let me point out that they would have been considered illegal immigrants.
Page 57 of the Democrat proposed spending bill, Section 2271, repeals the language that would deal with the loophole. Why would they even have that in there? What's the purpose of having it in there? Because they want it back in place.
But not because of illegal immigrants.
Illegal immigrants.
Now you see what I'm saying? Receipts make people change their whole mind. So you say he got receipts, he pulled it out. She said there was nowhere in there said that, and they showed it. You saw what she did. She deflected and jumped to a whole nother conversation because they had to get out of there. And pay attention to the black girl face that was watching when the white lady started talking. When the white lady started saying, running down the information, you see her face, she was looking at her like, checkmate. And you see victim Van Lathan in the corner. He's not going to say nothing. But you already know what it is. It's the interpretation. I can't stand them because without race baiting people and saying the white man is this and that, you see the trouble Abby Phillips and them have when it comes to dealing with politics. When you want to talk about race with Abby Phillips, Van Lathan, and that other lady up there, they're going to give you a whole history lesson. But when it comes to policy, they will ignore facts and deal with only race and be like, well, it's still racist, but they won't deal with the policy. But that's just me. I pay attention to detail. You already know what it is. It's the interpretation. I'm out.